Right, so Chris Rasmussen in the Group B, then it was John Berry, Carl Beaver, Tim Edhouse, Sam Tweedy and Daniel Reid with Sam Gray, Pip Thompson and Bryce Barrett with a DNF out the back door in that run. So all of those boats with Bevan Schuler out for the day will progress into that top 9.
Just cast your eyes to the big screen, folks, and pick up the concentration on Betsy's face there. Jo's got her eyes shut. She'll be just going through the motions, almost saying a couple of Hail Marys to get through this nice and comfortably, as they'll be pushed off the trailer. We'll just be waiting for the okay from our race control lady, the lovely Lou down there, who does a fantastic job at on the ramp.
In fact, Lou and Peter Davenport, the integral part of the rescue crew, they had a wedding anniversary recently, so congratulations to them. Lou reckons that Pete's her favourite husband.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we worked out yesterday. In fact, we were standing having a chat, and Pete passed the comment, and he was lucky that he was about 100 metres away and didn't wear a shoe, I can tell you. So that was probably being looked at as if that was correct indeed. But so we switched back to Tim Betts and Joe Kapua. Tim Betts, the builder out of Auckland, and Joe, a truck driver / office manager from Tauranga. As they come around the bottom of the track there, the PSP sweeper, doing a great job there, KB.
Yeah, look, he's said that he was going to get a bit more foot into it this run. That is certainly apparent, and really has smoothed his lines out a lot more after that lunch break. So working very well is the Violent Tendencies boat.
Yeah, again, we touched on how this boat changes colour. Look at it come past you on the bank as it changes colour, as it comes around to pick up the time. That's not a bad time for them either, a 47.402. They'll be happy with that to take that back to the trailer and sit pretty as we move into the top 9 for that category, which will be their next run out.
So this is the Lucas Oils Group A category qualifying round number 5, their last opportunity to get into that all-important top 9. Next boat to face the starter will be the Paddy and Jay Hayden in the Stinger Boats vessel, and we are looking forward to something exciting here, because Paddy, well, hasn't had the best run. He's had a couple of wrong ways. The last run was a little bit ragged. Now's the time to smooth it up. CPSL, so Paddy and Jay Hayden from Tuamutu.
I'll tell you what, KB, talking about drive it like you stole it. Look at the speed that he took off at the start line for as he comes back down through the centre of the track. This man is an absolute machine. We spoke to them just a little bit earlier on today, folks, and Jay just said she doesn't tend to do too much navigating because Paddy doesn't look at her anyway, so she's just along for the ride. And as you can see, keep an eye on how animated she just is. But he
backed off big time through there. That through there is a nice move, because they have been untidy through there time and time again. Paddy obviously thought about that deeply. The big back off and across the line there with a 40.567. They have come to play.
Just imagine if he hadn't have backed off, mate. He could have been doing a post 40.
Or he could have been up here into the silage bale. One of the two. The old back off and get into it and out of the corner, or they go flat out and just park it straight into the tyres. There's 2 ways, and the second way out of those 2 options are usually not the good way.
No, that's dead right, mate. That's dead right. As we see, it looked like to be Sherry Latham that's been backed off now in the Ryco vessel with...
Yeah, when I was talking to Stewie, he said, look, you know, we just can't seem to get it right. And I said, the engine just doesn't sound right. Dean Reddick was with him as well and said, yeah, mate, there's something not quite right with it. So I sort of bailed out after that, didn't get to have the full discussion. Still not sounding quite right, but still sounding a lot better than it was during qualifying round number 4.
Yeah, that's dead right, mate. And like you say, he won't be happy because he is a consummate professional. Likes everything to go how it should be, and doesn't like anything to crop up.
That's wide and more. Geez, he dragged that back from almost out to nowhere. Nearly did what Scotty Donald did over the middle of that island. He was quick enough to ease off it and get it back on track. So Stewie Latham, he's gone way back. He's lost. He is absolutely lost. They have gone the wrong way, and they're trying to feel their way back to into the course proper. They are now on the course proper. Split down the middle, the left, right. So there was a rotational error in there that they've picked up. I reckon the blade just not quite picking it up. It's almost like they're spinning their wheels.
Yeah, that's dead right, mate. Unfortunately for them, that they won't be happy with that time. He did go the wrong way, but he did pull himself back. We'll just wait for our time from Matt Manel just to pull us up on that. We lost that on the clock.
So,
no, it's a DNF.
Right, so because what happens is because they go Yeah, kids, up on the top in front of the food vans on the hill, can you get off the fence there, please? Get off the fence up there, please, kids. So, Tony Reid out on track. Andrew Bakey is the, he's the road back boy. And, because he's going on a pony ride soon, somebody suggested that he might only be able to handle a carousel. I'm going to leave that up there. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, he's a good guy, Bakey, but Uncle Tony, he's managed to just screw that back into the track. He was nearly throwing himself out way too wide.
I'll tell you what, KB, we lose them in the crosswash as they come back towards the commentary box, so it's always nice when you see them come out of the
he's gone up on the dirt. Uncle Tony has just thrown it out.
Oh, so just again, hey, sure does. Hey, just while we have got some downtime, so the kids we were referring to is at the far corner of the track, the food vendors in. If you could just pull your kids back from the fence, guys, please. Just right back from the fence where you saw what happened on the opposite side of the track. If that boat comes through that fence, we certainly don't want any carnage, so could you please move back from the fence, sort of back by where that blue tent is. Back there would be fantastic. So push right back, kids. That would be fantastic. Just for safety reasons only. We want you to still enjoy the racing, but maybe just not so close.
So just waiting for Uncle Tony and Andrew Bakey to be dragged back into the water, take that back to the trailer. So hopefully we've got the raffle tickets being sold up there for the Honda motorbike that is all towards raising money in through the Federated Farmers. So if anybody's got the raffle tickets up there, on your way up to on the hill, make sure you get rid of plenty of them. Fantastic opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Uncle Tony Reid and Andrew Bakey. Oh, as Uncle Tony nearly trips over the strop put on the front of the boat there.
Now, we only just talked at lunchtime, Uncle Tony, about how good you were going to be in qualifying 5, and once again, mate, you've let me down. After an unfortunate events for them at Mary Mary, they didn't finish the round there. Well, they did, they just finished it sitting in the tent. But, yeah, very unfortunate. So let's hope that all things are well there and it's only a brain fade and nothing to do with the mechanical issues of the boat. But give them a big round of applause, folks, as they walk back past the commentary box. Andrew Bakey and Tony Reid.
Geez, Uncle Tony. And look, Uncle Tony, it's a bit of a long walk when you're going back that way, isn't it, mate? Yeah, no, Uncle Tony, he's always quick with the wit, I can tell you that. And if you ever need anything engineering, get down to Reid Engineering there in Waitra and have a chat to Tony. We call him Uncle Tony because he's got about 28,000 nephews in this area.
Really?
Oh, mate.
Is that the population of Waitra?
It just about is. There's because you've got the at least 4 of them that I know, and then there's all other brothers and sisters of Tony's that, you know, it is just a massive family. And so you can't really walk beyond about 3 shops in Waitra without running into another Reid.
Oh, there we go.
So now, Sean of Bay Rise Wow, how good were these guys to give away so many T-shirts, the Elite Kitchen
250
stuff.
shirts.
250, that is just phenomenal. And goes to show that, you know, once you're wearing the T-shirt, they're the ones that you want to go for. So Sean and Faye Rice, Elite Kitchen, Dream It, Live It.
Certainly.
And Faye Rice's father was in the aerobatic planes overhead during our lunch break as well. Oh, have a look at Sean Rice, absolutely throwing everything in this lap. He knows he's got to make this one count because so far he hasn't really put his best foot forward so far today. So this is going to be a red hot lap. Get through this tricky part of the course. The sprint tech's sticking like chewing gum to a gum boot.
Oh, look and watch it as it cruises down the front of and past the embankment. This is going to be an outstanding time. A 40.275. Wow, put your hands together, folks. What a great run as he parks it on the bank just to say, there we go, let's have it. Faye says, puts her hands up and she says, I know we want to look at our shirts on the bank, but this is just a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is.
But no, put your hands together for them, folks.
Yeah, so we'll just play this one for him. Yeah, so Sean and Faye Rice, well, for Monster Energy and, of course, Elite Kitchens, what a way to get some extra sponsor plugs in. And so if you need a decent kitchen, if you need a kitchen, get down there, have a chat to them. They've got the, out of Bell Block there, the big factory. I was meant to duck in there the other day because Faye Rice has actually said to me, when you get a bit of time, come out, have a crack in the aeroplane. I'll do a couple of loop-de-loops.
Mate, you can't even get in a jet boat, let alone a friggin' aerobatic.
Mate, well, see, the aeroplane is, I'm sort of sitting there. I did say, well, can I steer it? She said, no. I said, are you sure? She said, I am very sure. So, but she has said to me, and unfortunately this trip, just not quite enough time to do that, but she has said to me, mate, next time you're in Waitra, get the deal done, get here, be organised. But she did say to me, if you start feeling queasy, please let me know because I don't want to throw you into some loop-de-loops and death dives if you're not feeling good because I don't need you to fill up the cockpit with the contents of your stomach.
Fair enough too.
And I went, no worries. Can I have a go? She said no.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me at all. Not at all. But just look at them. Look at they're waving just like the Queen now as they come down past the bank. Give them a big round of applause,
folks. Yeah, huge
folks.
round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Great time, though. So they did post the time straight at the top of the table of Lucas Oil's Group A at this point with a 40.275.
I tell you what, that's the most work that I've seen Pete do this whole
series.
Yeah, he's working very hard.
Both he and Chewy, the guys doing all of the hard work at the moment.
Yeah.
You would have thought that as the leaders of the rescue crew that they may well have tried to delegate that exercise. However,
seriously, they haven't learned the art of delegation just like you. I mean, like some other people I know.
Mate, I am spot onto the delegation situation,
well,
mate.
are we round 5 and how many coffees have I bought you?
Well, none today.
Oh, you bought me a coffee today.
Right,
I'll
exactly. Well, if
take
we're
that
talking
back.
about the boxes at the end of the race meeting,
Sorry.
that would be a different thing, wouldn't it? Hey? So, yeah, be careful where you step, young man. All right, the Novus Auto Class machine, Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson.
Mate, a little bit of damage to the bottom of the boat. I caught up with them at the lunch break. They were under there. Show us your crack, I said. They said, jump onto the boat and have a look. There was a little crack that they were repairing after that. They clipped that island. But watch out for them to post 38, I reckon.
Well, sub 38, you reckon?
Sub 38.
Hand is up, so they will go back around. But Donna's, well, not husband, but long-term partner is Mick Candy. She's a panel beater. So he was under there and just sorted out the bottom of the boat. And Cy Gibbon said to him, mate, it's all nice, it's straight, we love that, that's beautiful. He said, now paint it. And he goes, but mate, Cy Gibbon is so finicky with the presentation of this boat, he made the panel beater get under the boat
and paint it.
And paint the underneath, the bit you don't see.
Do you know why, though? Because Leighton was down and had a big sneeze and he landed a big part of his Shrek snot on it, and that's what they used to fix the boat.
Right, is that like a bit of bog in there?
Bit of bog in there, that's what it was.
All right, so Ross Travers now coming out now. He is lining up to get this hairpin right. Had a chat to him during the lunch break. He said, just haven't been able to nail that hairpin as well as I'd like. And as we all know, that is one of our money corners here at Professionals Real Estate, Aquatrack, Whiter, Ross Travers, Amanda Kiddo. Qualifying round number 5, Lucas Oil, Group A style. So you can see Amanda Kiddo's hand getting up there nicely. Oh, he still hasn't quite nailed the hairpin, but a lot better that time round.
Yeah, sure was, mate, and they'll be looking to go like wildfire to post a great time as Kyle Patrick just steps into the back of the commentary box. Look at Super Mario go, folks. He's absolutely flying as he comes round the top of the course. This is going to go close to the time he set before. What's it going to do? Oh, fantastic time, a 39.987. That's a great time for Super Mario, and he's really separating the men from the boys today, that's for sure.
39 sub 40. So Kyle Patrick wanders into the commentary tower. Here's a microphone, mate. You hold that up to your mouth there. You got a bit of claret coming out of the shin area there, mate.
Apparently, yeah, they kind of hit the dash.
Yeah, right.
Other than that, all fine.
So apart from sore shins, that's it.
That's it.
Bent boat.
Awesome safety gear.
Mate, isn't it amazing? You can have a big off like that and all you've got is a little bit of blood coming down your shins, and even though those shins probably hurt, like that is nothing compared to what, if you did that in a normal sedan, you'd be injured.
Oh, yeah. And Toddy doesn't even have anything. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. So, mate, the cage is bent. That's the what's the long-term prognosis coming into the final round at Wanganui on the 4th of April?
Well, we're going to see if Stinger can fix the boat.
Right. So Neil Marshall, Jamie Christmas got a bit of work to do.
They got a little bit of work. We're number 1 on the list.
Well, at least you crashed early in the day to get yourself in there to get it repaired, I guess.
Right, yep.
So, mate, any message for all the people back in the US that are watching you?
Nope, since all the messages coming in, we're all okay. We're good. Not hurt. Boat is, but we're fine.
Yep, and you did mention a little while ago the old ego and the wallet took a bit of a hit.
Yeah, we'll see if I have a wallet after this.
Right, no worries. Mate, very disappointing end of the day for you, mate. Hey, now, you stay on the microphone, right, because we want to have a look here with Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson. I want you to tell me what you think that Cy Gibbon can do to improve as his lap progresses.
Okay.
So just waiting for the Nova Solo Glass machine off the line now, and very aggressive off the line is Cy Gibbon. There is no doubt about that. Right across the Lucas Oil sweeper. The exit to that sweeper, not as tidy as I'd like to see personally, but Cy Gibbon into this hairpin. Got it right. Didn't lose a lot of time in there.
Look at the
That's
animation.
a nice run.
Look at the animation from Donna Thompson as they head round the Lucas Oil sweeper there, KB, back through the centre of the course. These guys are showing exactly what they've got, that's for sure. They've left it for New Plymouth to bring it home as they come round that big sweeper. Look at this run home. This is going to be a fantastic time. They told me they were going to go fast. A 39.221, which beats their 39.340 for their last run. Great time.
Straight to the top of the table, beating Ross Travers. Kyle, what do you see they can improve on that one?
I think he needs to push his foot down just a hair harder.
Do you reckon there's only a hair harder that he could go?
Well, you can always push harder, but maybe a twin turbo.
It's Group A, mate. Oh, you're trying to sell him your engine, aren't you?
Right. Yep.
So no damage to the engine after the crash that you can see at this point?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But my new motor's going to be done for the next round anyway, so
yeah,
that
right,
motor's
okay.
coming out.
Oh, so that was the real reason.
Right.
The new motor was going to be ready, so get rid of the old one.
All right, Ollie Silverton and Jess Sid, PSP. Thanks, Kyle Patrick. Love having you up here, mate. Kyle's gone to make his way down to the viewing side of the racetrack real estate. The professionals.
Oh, look at these guys fly, Katie. They know that Cy Gibbons got a package today, and they want to retain that top spot. So they're going to do everything in their power to keep it there. A little bit tight for Ollie as he goes through there. Nothing to worry about. He told me at the lunch break, though, Slim, we've got it under control as he heads back through the top of the course. Look at these guys go.
Oh, knifed it big time.
Creepers.
Really threw it into that right-hander. Got himself out of sorts going into the left-hander. Really had the reef onto that wheel to keep it in the centre. Ollie Silverton with a 40.281. puts himself into P4. Wow. Sean Rice, Ross Travers and Cy giving it, taking it to the man leading the championship and the reigning New Zealand champion in the Group B, Group A, Lucas Oils. Wow, I tell you, where he came down, the left-hander through the centre of the course, got out of shape and really had to react super quickly. Wow, unbelievable. Now, Tim Coleman, Dylan Matthews.
Yeah, that's right. These guys, of course, the double-driven boat. Where did they go? Had a DNF in the last round, of course, Katie, so they'll be looking to put a time on so they can get in and take that nice line through that top part of the course.
So here we go with the violent tendencies. Tim Coleman really growing in confidence. Oh, really hosed themselves down there. I spoke with Sam Newdick earlier in the day. He said he hosed himself that bad around the head, but he had water leaking out of his ears for the next 4 minutes. Oh, Tim Coleman, I thought he ran a little bit deep into that left-hander, but he got away with it.
Oh, great drive so far from these guys as they bring it down to pick up the time, and that's going to be a 42.666. So where does that slot them into?
Puts them into P6, so it's going to be from fastest to slowest was Cy Gibbon, Ross Travers, Sean Rice, Ollie Silverton, Paddy Hayden, that man Tim Coleman, his A driver Tim Betts, Stewie Latham and Tony Reid with a D in F. So now we still have Neil Marshall to come with Haley Brunning. So Neil Marshall will be wanting to go sub 40 to join the likes of Ross Travers and Cy Gibbon.
He's got to put a good one out, that's for sure, Katie. Here we go, folks. Keep an eye on this. Of course, this boat being double driven by Paddy Hayden. So Paddy's had a great time driving this boat earlier today. So we'll see what Neil can give us on his home track.
So Neil Marshall, Haley Brunning. I'll tell you, Neil Marshall, now that the boat is handling for him, he's just being able to throw plenty of power into this boat and then come out looking and hopefully smelling like flowers. So Neil Marshall, dead straight line into that part of the track. He's gone in and out there incredibly smoothly. That will have gained him an enormous amount of time in the scheme of things.
Yeah, he's really picking up. This is going to be a great time for Neil, the real deal Marshall. A 40.514 doesn't put him in P1.
Puts him in P5.
It does slot him into P5. So what do we got there, KV? Give us the top six.
Cy Gibbon, Ross Travers, Sean Rice, Ollie Silverton, Neil Marshall and Paddy Hayden heading in to the top 9.
Well,
this is our last qualifier for our unlimited super boats coming up next.
Just before we do, mate, I do want to cast your mind back to, I think it was Masterton.